Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of SPL Social, the show just for you guys, fans of the Singapore Premier League. And this show is brought to you by Tampines West CSC, the Football Association of Singapore, Singapore Premier League, and of course, Footballita. And today I'm really excited to be joined by two guests from Balestier, Khalsa, as well as Hougang United. We have Amy Recha as well as Delwinder Singh in the house. Welcome guys, how have you been? How have you been, Amy?
First of all, thank you for having us in your show. I've been good, recovering well, and yeah, just good.
And Del, plenty of smiles. Are you guys like close friends? I saw a lot of banter, before you guys came on.
Yeah, I think we've known each other for quite a bit since 2013 when we were in Geylang together. Then we went on to Young Lions and haven't been together ever since. But, as opponents a lot. So yeah, we get along quite well off the field as well.
Quite close.
So, yeah.
Also, I noticed that you guys have, like very similar training kits as well. This is a training kit of your...
our reporting kit.
Yeah, it's very nice actually, guys.
Maybe
I'm
same
not
team
sure.
again.
It's available for fans to buy, right? Actually,
not too sure about it.
Okay, anyway guys, today I'm going to get you guys to also, get your questions answered. I know some of you have some questions for your, players here, but just to add on, it's been a very surprising week of action actually, because Tanjung Pagar have, been pushed out of, the top spot by Lion City Sailors after that 6-1 demolishing. What a game that was. I'm sure you watched it. Balestier as well, congrats on the, 2 wins out of 2 for you, Delwinder. So maybe we'll start with you first, Delwinder. How has your weekend been?
It's been a very good week, I would say. Ever since the Hougang game midweek, and then came on to last night's win as well. We've been having a very up and down season. Started off well with Tampines, and then results didn't go quite our way. With quite a bit of backlash in terms of results with Albrechts and Lion City especially. But I'm happy that everyone has been putting in the shift, everyone has been putting in the work in training, from coaches right down to players, and finally whatever that has happened in the first few weeks of the league it's now of the past, and we are in 4th as of now. Yeah,
well,
so it's a good.
Congrats on that. It's
Thank
nice
you.
to see that.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing? Amy? Congrats as well, because you were recently called up for the Singapore Tri-Nations League, right? Did you enjoy yourself, those minutes you played?
Yeah, like to get called up for your national team, I think it's always been an honor. So I try to work as hard as I can until I get another call up. Just aim for that. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of fans were actually pushing for you to play a little bit more as well. Maybe can you update us on your? Are you like fully fit right now or recovering?
Now, as you know, I'm injured.
Yeah.
I injured my leg, so I've been recovering well.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll see you back on the field again. Yeah. How long is your recovery going to take, you think?
Maybe 2 weeks.
Okay.
Or 1 week plus, yeah.
Because you did play, earlier in the season as well, right, for Hougang, yeah?
Yeah, but after the tackle from Bruno, then I was like, I was limping the whole game, and I cannot run at all during that game. Yeah.
Oh no, okay, happy recovery then, Amy.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Hopefully you get better soon. Delwinder, I wanted to ask you a very popular question that I got from a lot of fans was, why did you decide to join Balestier from Tanjung Pagar, and you had quite a season with them as well?
Who don't want that, right?
I mean, I had a really good time with Tanjung Pagar. First when I started out, and then when I was in a way clubless when Warriors closed, they came back. They came calling straight away, and I had a really good time. And there is no particular reason as to why I left or whatever it is, but it's just more towards I guess more towards trying out a new venture, if what Balestier is trying to do. It's still early days for Balestier in terms of what they really want to go and how their approach is. So that's something that I wanted to take upon myself and challenge myself. Being in a new team, it's more like a revamp lah, I would say. So yeah, that's something that I've been through a couple of revamps, and I quite like that phase of it, where you feel the when everything goes well, the how would I put it, the vibes, and just once a project is successful, the accomplishment that you get of it, that feeling, that's something that I really like. And yeah, that's something that I was bought by at that point. Yeah,
and I'm sure also that they have a very nice kid. We'll go to that in a bit. Actually, one of the best I've seen this season. Amy, back to you. Because we're talking about joining a new club, and you joined Hougang from Geylang. I mean, you've been in Geylang a couple of times already, up and down. So I wanted to ask, you scored 21 goals for Geylang last season, didn't you?
12 goals.
Or 12 goals. Why do I have 12 goals? 21 goals. Yeah, sorry, 12 goals for Geylang from Amy. So why did you decide to join Hougang?
Like Del said, like I want to try to venture to different clubs, and Hougang is going to play in the AFC, and I want to play in the AFC also. And the 12 goals, I think I need to credit the boys from last year. They were awesome. And I talked to Noah Ali about going to Hougang, and he told me that I should venture out lah. Like he give me his permission, and he talked to me. Yeah, it's quite.
So are you happy at Hougang right now? Like
it's been fun. The boys has been great to me, and I like the vibes. The foreigners, the local players have been clicking well. Not so the result we wanted. Yeah, I hope after this break we can turn the table around. Yeah, I hope so.
Speaking of Hougang, you guys have also like a bunch of really crazy fans, the Hougang Pools, and Geylang had also some crazy fans. So this question, they want to know, which fans do you prefer, Amy?
Both. Safe option. Yeah, safe option.
Yeah. The minister has spoken. Okay, so you guys are watching this. Both fans, are pretty intense, awesome, right? Aren't they? Like they're so intense out there. Okay, Del, let's go to you. We've seen some great goals from your teammates. Hoshino, he scored 5, and he's one of the highest scorers in the charts. But Ryo Nishiguchi is currently leading, the top of the table in terms of assists right now. So what a player, right? So I want to ask you, like, what is your expectation with Balestier, with your teammates? What are you hoping, to get out of the season?
Like I said, I think it's a fairly new squad with a lot of new faces. It will take time for us to garner results and get what we want in play, game after game. It's going to be a long process, but it's a process that every single day we remind ourselves this is what we are working hard for. So I think what we really want as a team now is we've got to be realistic, and our goal is definitely AFC as of now. If someone were to come and say like being champions, I don't think at this stage it's possible. That is really being realistic lah. But AFC, I think, look at the table, man. you know, as of last night, from second last till top spot is just a matter of what, 4 points, 5 points.
Yep.
So any game can change the entire table. Yeah. So with that, I think realistically speaking, for us, a good result to end off the year will be an AFC spot lah.
So all the best with that. It's really going to upset a lot of people if you guys get the AFC spot, isn't it? And Amy, let's go to you now, because we are in Ramadan right now. So I've been asking a lot of players how they've been coping with this month, and it's a very different month, and it's also a bit difficult, isn't it? Can you just share from your from your perspective of a player, what are some of the challenges you face and whether it affects your fitness?
Okay. Basically, we need to fast the whole day. So what I did always is, I woke up at 5:30 to do my prayers. After that, go to training. After training, I will rest until afternoon. Then I will go to classes that I'm taking right now. So after that, this past 2 weeks I've been breaking fast in my class. So I finished my class at 11. So the worst part is, I think around 4 o'clock, I need to, I need to, you know, tahan my
Yeah.
the hunger, the thirst.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's tough lah. But during match days, I think we can sleep until 1 o'clock. We just can relax and.
No,
just go
that's
to
the
game,
thing.
yeah.
I wanted to ask you about match day, right? So match day, you guys have a late kickoff, 8:30.
Yeah.
Does it affect you guys? Because okay, so how does the
No,
iftar
I
work?
don't think
Yeah.
so, because I think the Singaporean Muslim boys, I think they adapt well during this Ramadan period for a long time.
Yeah.
So I think we adapted well lah all these years. Yeah.
What
It's
do you
not-
guys usually eat then before when you're breaking fast? Something heavy or?
Depends. Some people,
Del is laughing, I think.
some players will eat. I've seen people eat mee rebus.
Okay. not bad.
I don't want to name the players. And nasi lemak, 2 portion of rice. I was like,
Before a match?
yeah, before a match, I was like, wow, this guy is crazy, man.
Not yourself.
Not me, man. I will eat kurma.
Yeah, the dates are really nutritious,
Yeah.
isn't it?
The dates, the tea, hot coffee. Yeah, that's for me. And some bread. Yeah, that's
And
all.
that's enough to last you 90 minutes if you start.
Yeah, that's enough.
Wow.
And some power gel. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, wow, that's really interesting. And then what about the sleep time? Does it affect you? It does, right? Because sleep is so important.
Yeah, I hate it when I need to wake up at
4?
5. Yeah, 4,
For
5.
the morning meal, yeah.
Yeah, but usually I will wake up at 5. But when I don't feel like it, I will eat at 12, 1 to last
the
me the whole
earlier,
day.
yeah.
To last me the whole day.
Del, what about you? I mean, I'm sure you've seen within Balestier they have their own rituals as well, right? Has the team tried to change and adapt to Ramadan as well, like training times, for example?
Yeah, for us, the most significant difference would be in terms of training time. Because we usually report on normal days at 6:45 in the morning, and we start training at 7. We'll be done by about 8:30 to 9. But for the Ramadan period, we usually report at about 5. We start about 5:30 to 6, and we end off by 7. So just in time for the guys to take a quick shower and break fast, or just laze around and break fast. So I think that's the most significant
You're
difference.
so fast, right?
No.
Yeah, you should try,
I mean, I've tried the teammates,
Yeah.
some of them, they'll just say, how about trying this? But nah, I really give my hats off to them, the Muslim guys. It's not easy at all, no?
I definitely don't eat mee rebus on nasi lemak before you
no,
breakfast. So that one is gonna tire you out
Yeah,
really, is it?
Fukoma.
Yeah, I mean, back to it, because there was a funny story. I'm sure you guys know Karim Benzema, right? He
Yeah.
scored 3 goals in the Champions League, and he apparently only ate 3 dates before that, and also milk, and scored. So I mean, maybe you're right, Amy, about about that, right? Just eating light.
He's Karim Benzema. We Amy Recha and them in the same.
That's true. But you know what it is? It's all about, I guess, I still think diet is very important, right?
Yeah.
So, I want to go back to you, Amy, about the vibe within the team and the foreigners. I mean, you guys have Andre, Pedro, and Kiki as well. So, I mean, how is the vibe with the foreigners? Are you guys, clicking well with them?
Yeah, we're clicking well, especially with the 3 foreigners, the 2 Brazilians.
Yeah.
They are quite funny as a person, especially Pedro. He don't understand what we're talking, so sometimes we just do hand signal, or we ask Andre to translate for us. Yeah.
Yeah, so Andre was on the first episode of the show, and he said that in his first week here or second week, some of the boys from Hougang took him out to eat at a mamak, I think. I'm not sure whether you were part of that. Were you part of that,
Yeah.
Amy?
We went to a traditional Indonesian cuisine restaurant, not mamak. Then
Wow.
and he loves spicy food. Yeah.
No, he didn't say that. He said
Yeah,
he didn't.
he loves spicy food. He told me. Yeah.
So on the show, he said he was scared of spicy food. Okay, so can
He
you describe what you guys made him eat? Is it like bergedil or tempeh or something?
Plain white rice, ayam merah, I think,
Yep.
and some I don't know what he.
Yeah,
like.
he did describe it actually. It Interesting, Del. I can see that you're amused about that. Okay, so let's go back to you now. Do you have a closest player in the team in Balestier at the moment? Closest friend, I would say.
Ricky, right?
I would
I thought
say,
Ricky.
as in there are a lot of players lah. To be honest, because we like Iggy is one who I've grown up with together with Amy as well. You know, there's Wailun, there's Darren. There's I wouldn't single out anyone as the closest one, but there are quite a couple of familiar faces, I would say. Yeah, that we are quite close with. That I'm quite close with, yeah. Sorry.
He doesn't want to name names, guys. Sorry, I know y'all.
No, as in,
you know, they all cry, you know, like.
No lah,
yeah.
no, but.
So sensitive, yeah. But yes, I'm sure that's the thing about football, right? You know, you garner all these new friendships. I mean, friendships that go through the years. Okay, Amy, back to you. Hougang have a bit of a break right now, so you guys are going to have a month-long break. Am I right?
True.
Wow. So what is your plans for this break? To relax and rejuvenate?
Recover well, to regain my fitness, and we need to regroup as a team lah. Yeah, I think we need to work hard as a team, and hopefully luck is on our side lah, the next round.
Yeah, I mean, let's not talk about that last game and the goal. Yeah, okay. I mean, I want to ask, because you guys are facing off against Lion City Sailors on May 6th. That is a big game, and they're coming off the AFC Champions League, which they obviously are going to be playing in. So, your thoughts on that game? You said you're going to try and approach it.
Yeah, it will be a tough match, especially against Lion City Sailors. I think we, as a player, I think we need to follow our coach philosophy, and I think he wanted us to play his philosophy, and which is a good thing. So I hope we can make a surprise, or with the quality that we have. I don't think we are no pushovers, you know, and I hope for the best lah. Yeah. Like I said, we need luck in our side lah, on our side. Sorry.
I like that line. We need luck on our side, guys. I think if you know lah. Okay. Okay. Which other player in the SPL has impressed you, Del? I mean, based on the games you played against, any player who has really stood out to you, local players or even foreigners?
I think I've said this a couple of times on previous shows as well, and I still stick by it. Joel Chew. I think he's a very underrated player, and he's a player with a lot of brains. You know, he makes things work well, and I think the stint he had with Tampines was what really flourished him as a player, and he's continued doing that work. You know, so it's only a matter of time before he gets better and better. Yeah.
I think I have to agree with you on that. There's a lot of praise for him on social media as well, Joel. Still a young kid, so a long way to go. Hopefully he does also get a call-up in future. Okay, so let's go to you now. We have a couple of fan questions, and the first one, Amy, is what's your favourite local delicacy?
It's gonna be cliche, but I'm gonna say it's my mom's cooking and my wife's cooking. Yeah.
Maybe you can explain a bit. I mean, you have Indonesian descent, right? So is that like your favorite food? It is the best food, though, I have to admit, isn't it?
Yeah. Especially when my mom cook lemak cili padi. Yeah.
Lemak cili padi, yes. Which is a gravy, a yellow gravy with fish,
that's
right?
That's the best.
That's the best. Anything else?
Chicken rice, maybe.
Yeah, that's what all of them say that on the show. What's with footballers and chicken rice, guys?
Yeah. Is that easiest?
Yeah.
Just as he said, chicken rice is my go-to meal. But apart from that, I would go with Western. I'm quite a person with an appetite for meat. You know, chicken, steak, or whatever it is. Yeah.
All the proteins.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's go to favorite player of all time, international and local.
Okay.
So we start with you first, Amy.
Internationally, Messi. Locally, Delwinder Singh. No lah.
He was excited for a moment.
Sharisha.
Okay, wow. And he's also your teammate at the moment. So are you learning from him?
Whenever he played, I was like in awe. Like when he get the ball, he turn, I was like, oh my god, this guy is my teammate, man. Until now, yeah, I got starstruck.
Wow,
Yeah.
amazing. What a player he is actually, Shahril, as well. And Del, I mean, besides Joel Chu, I mean, any other, like, you know, senior players?
Internationally is Gerard lah. Gerard,
okay,
I would
Liverpool
say.
fan.
Yeah. Then locally, Dirk. I've had the privilege of being roommates with him, you know, in during national team and stuff, and playing against him and everything. I think just the thing that stands out about him, I think a lot of people always talk about him being on the field, but I think what really stands out for me as a footballer is how he is off the field. You know, humble, grateful for everything that he's achieved in life, and you know, very professional. He isn't. He's someone that you can go to and speak to. You know, he's very welcoming, very. I would say like a father figure lah. Because probably then I was 18 and he was 42. So yeah, he was someone that I really looked up to.
Great stuff, Del. I have to agree with you on Durich. He's such an icon for many of us and also a role model off the field. Okay guys, in SPL Social, as you all know, we have a segment just for you guys, the fans, to send in your questions for our guests. And I got so many questions for both Amy and Del. Thank you so much once again for sending your questions. So we're going to go to the first question. I don't know whether you guys are ready for this. We've got some really strange questions, Amy. But the first one for you, Amy, is, okay. From your teammate, or your former teammate, I think, Darren Tay, have you ever played with him?
Yeah.
You have played with him. So he was banned. He was one of the first to send the question. So who's a better right back, Amy? Is it Chris, you, or Darren?
That's an easy question. I think it's me. No lah. No, I think both of them lah. Yeah, it's not my position, so I.
Are you close to Darren? Like,
yeah, close to him. We always hang out together with Chris and Fidaus Kasman and even Zainal. Yeah.
Plenty of laughs, right? Okay. Thank you so much as well for your question. Del, back to you. The fan wants to know. I would have to say Balestier is one of the most striking kids this season. Do you like the new kid? Is it one of the favourite kids that you've played in, or what is your favourite kid that you've ever played in?
I mean, it's definitely nice, you know, both the home kid and the away kid as well.
Yep.
But I've been in it for a couple of years, you know, from Tanjung Pagar to here. But I've always loved this, you know. And probably why I've loved this is because it was one of my first professional colours, I would say. So yeah, this is my favorite. I would say go-to colours lah.
Yeah, Tanjung Pagar had a very similar stripe as well,
yeah,
right?
True, that's correct.
Yeah. Which I was kind of like, you know, amazed by. Okay, so both teams here for Del. Okay, Amy. Okay, sorry, I'm getting so many questions, so I'm actually trying to find out which one to ask you. Okay. Okay, I think this is an Indonesian one. So we were speaking a little bit about your descent earlier on. So Indra Ning wants to know, when are you going back to Indonesia? Are you planning to travel there?
Not anytime soon. Yeah.
They just opened the borders though.
Yeah, because of training match, so it's packed, you know, with matches, and I don't think anytime soon. Maybe next year.
You have family there? You do?
Yeah, my grandfather is there, and my family is there. So I hope to see them soon lah. Yeah, inshallah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Okay, Del, the fan wants to know as well, are you hoping to play, you know, for the international team one day, get a call up, you know?
I think you can ask any footballer, it's always going to be the same response from everyone, you know. It's always an honor representing the country, and if there's an opportunity, you know, I'll grab it with both hands and hold it as much as possible lah. Yeah.
Okay, next question from 11VIJ Hassan wants to know from both of you. Amy, what are your plans after football, and how long are you planning to play?
How long am I to play? I'm giving myself until 35 years old. So between now and then, I'm taking a lot of courses to upgrade myself.
Business courses or sports courses?
Something around there, yeah. That's about it.
So you are working towards, you know, a career after football. In football, you want to work in football, or?
No, not so. Outside football, yeah.
Maybe Hougang might need your services after. Maybe
become their manager or what.
They probably need a good one, you know. Okay, Del, what about you? What are your plans after football?
After football, I don't have any concrete plans yet, but something in line with my degree, which I just graduated from. So I graduated from business management. So something along management kind of role, be it in football or off football. yeah, that's something that I'm looking towards. Yeah.
Yeah, congrats on your graduation, by the way. I think it's always interesting to know what a footballer, gets up to after they, leave the career. It's always a very big question mark, isn't it? So, but I think the sport really needs, you guys to get back in it, lah. Okay, back to you, Amy. What is your preferred position, winger or striker?
I've been asking myself that question for the longest time. Yeah. I don't have any preferred position. As long as I, the coach wants me to play right wing, left wing, it doesn't matter, or striker, I just give my 100% lah. Yeah, as long as I play lah. Yeah.
Del, did you play in any other positions earlier on in your career? Because I know sometimes footballers, they tend to change their positions and try to fit, right? So, did you perhaps play in some other position earlier?
Yeah, in my early days, I was playing more towards right back, left back. And then I remembered playing a bit of centre defensive midfielder in Warriors for a short period of time only. Then most of my career has been as a centre back. Yeah.
Okay.
Now transiting to the more modern kind of football, which is right centre back or left centre back.
Yeah. Okay, Amy, this one, I'm sorry I have to ask you because this fan has been, asking, Naki11, has anyone ever told you that you look like Aaron Aziz? And Aaron Aziz is a Singaporean, a Singaporean actor, I think.
That guy okay.
Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, okay, yeah. So, Naki, that's your question.
Oh my god.
But you do know Aaron Aziz, right,
Amy?
Yeah.
I don't know, but oh my.
Okay, who has people told you look like? Do you get any?
No, nothing.
Okay, Naki, I'm sorry, but that's Amy's reaction. Del is like full of laughs. Do you?
Yeah, that's why I was. Where's the?
Maybe the hair, the rambut, the hair, guys.
Maybe,
I don't think so too.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe that guy need to check.
Yeah, Naki, I think maybe you meant, I don't know, some other Aziz perhaps. So maybe you can. Yeah. But thanks for your question though. It's a funny one. It brought some laughs. Okay, Khairul Nazim wants to know also, back to you, Amy. Do you remember the step overs you made during the floorball game during ITE Balestier days?
Yeah. Oh, that was the days, man. During ITE, I think I'm not selected for football, so I went for a trial and I get into the floorball team. So during one match, I don't know what I'm doing. Suddenly I do step over and I think I break the guy stick. So I was like, wow, what? And I was like, oh, this is not for me, man. This is not for me.
Hazard.
Huh?
Walking hazard.
Yeah. That's quite funny.
Khairul Nazim still remembers that, so, I mean, besides, did you play any other sport besides football, Del? He tried floorball, I don't know what.
No, not that I can remember. It has always been catered towards football. I think maybe early on during primary school, it's just more towards long distance runs, athletics. Yeah, so, but I don't remember anything other than that. Yeah.
What about you, Amy? I mean, besides floorball, which we know that you are pro at,
Very good player.
Very good player. During my younger days, like during primary school days, I think I played choke ball.
Yes.
If you know what is that.
Yeah.
Small ball, and then you need to hit on the net thingy. Yeah.
Okay, but it's back though. Choke ball is, I think, back in action again. But I wanted to ask you guys as well, because we have so many kids who watch this show and they want to also get a career in football. So, or they want to join an academy or something. They're not sure what to do. So, Amy, do you have any advice for these kids? Who want to be like you or play professionally?
Just be yourself. Have fun. No fear, and study hard lah. In Singapore, you need to study hard lah. That's all. Remember to study.
I like those tips. It's important, guys. This football is the one, but also education. And these two gentlemen here are also, getting the education, and also, for example, like Del, you will graduate as well. So, Del, what about you? Any advice for the kids who are watching this?
Yeah, I think I've always said this to a lot of younger players in the team as well. Is that do not ever give up. I think one of the biggest problem is that when things don't work out your way, you know, as human nature, you always you don't want to feel that setback, so you try to divert your attention elsewhere. But you know, if you really focus on that setback and you improve yourself and go on working hard, it will be successful one day. You know, so always keep your goal in mind and pursue it no matter what. You know, don't live with regrets at the end of the day. And like what Amy mentioned, you know, it's also very crucial and important that, you know, in this day, age and era, that we get our education as well. You know, whatever education level it is, but at least have something as your backup, you know, because you might never know when is the day you really need it. So yeah.
Wow, some really great words of wisdom from Delwinder here. You know, I hope you guys are listening to it. I think it's very important advice. Yeah. Yeah, speaking of counselor, I wanted to ask you guys, you know, if you weren't a professional footballer, what career would you be in, Amy?
I think I would become, you know, police officer.
Oh. Really? Okay, so police officer was one. Like, is there like a reason why? You enjoy arresting people?
No, I've watched this show. Aaron Aziz and Vincent Ng.
It had to be Aaron Aziz.
You know that show? Yeah, Highlanders.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I watched them. So it's nice to be a police officer. I catch bad people, bad guys. Yeah.
Okay, so here we have it. If Amy wasn't a footballer, he would have become a police officer. So you know, you still can become one. You know.
Not now lah.
Yeah, not now. Yeah. Del, I mean, what about you? He mentioned counsellor. Is that something that you
No. I mean, my dad is a counsellor, but
okay.
Yeah, but the funny thing is that I don't know. Maybe it's just soccer players or whatever it is. It's also a police officer. You know, it's been since young lah. I think it's more. I think why probably it's because of the action round kind of thing. You know, yeah. As much as they have paperwork and everything, but it's more, you know, arresting people, and it's not really desk-bound kind of job lah. I think that's something that I was more inclined towards too.
Well, very interesting that I like that you guys, you know, are into crime solving in Singapore. We do need more in the force actually. You know, I mean, I really like it. Okay, let me just see if I have any more questions. Okay, I think I have one more. Can you share with me a funny story that you had, Amy, from playing overseas, you know, or even playing, you know, with the national team or even with your team? Any pranks that you've done or anything that happened to you? Whenever I ask this question, the players are always scared to tell me, but I'm determined to ask. There's some discussion going on here now, guys.
Oh yeah. None.
I think it's a trip that we both went on.
Okay, maybe you can share, Del. Yeah.
It's either Turkey or Austria, either one of it. I think it was back in 2014.
13 and 14. 13.
No, 13 memang gila. 14. 14, yeah, 14. I think we were there under 23, you know. We cannot really share the details lah, to be honest. Yeah. You know, it was a national under 23 trip, but we had this former teammate, you know, who is still close friends to both of us actually, Stanley Ng. He is always up to nonsense. He and one more guy, Shamil Sharif, you know. So yeah. There was an incident involving these two, you know. And actually, to be honest, it was a very serious incident, but and I don't know, like I said, maybe it's hard to explain the details of it and the exact thing that happened. But
was it funny though?
At that point of time, it wasn't, because everyone was serious about it. But you know, when you go on after that, a couple of days later, then you think back like, what the heck? Like, how could you even think of it? And Stanley, you know, was in a situation where I just don't know how he could think that way, you know. It was a situation that he needed to be serious, but he ended up scolding Shamil for no reason.
Okay.
So yeah, so like I said, maybe it's not funny now because I cannot really explain the details, but yeah, I think that's something that we shared now. Both of us would clearly remember it now, but I think that's the only thing that I can remember lah.
Okay, Del, I know that it seems that you guys cannot share, but I kind of can guess, you know what happened behind the scenes. And they're okay now, right? Stan and Shamil, are they still in the football industry?
No, they are not. They are. I think Shamil is a cabin crew and Stan is doing sales. But yeah.
But I'm sure you guys are close to them and still
Yeah,
talk to them.
still meet up and stuff. Yeah.
Well, funny stuff, and I always have problems when I'm asking this question. All the players always, get scared to tell me. But I understand, maybe it might have to do with, twisting the rules a little bit, isn't it? Anyway, guys, I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining me today in SPL Social. I had a really great time, learning about you guys and also getting the fans to answer your question. All the best, for your upcoming season. And do you want to have, you want to say anything to the fans out there who are watching the SPL? Maybe Amy?
Yeah, thank you for your support all this while. Keep continuing supporting SPL and keep filling up the stadiums. Yeah, it's really nice for us to see you guys supporting us and cheering us when we are playing. Yeah, thank you so much.
Nice.
I think firstly for the Balestier fans especially, thank you for sticking by us throughout. We haven't had a really good season to start off with, and then hopefully our fine form will continue and we'll repay the faith that you have showed us every single week. That's something that we always want to do for you guys fans, and in the general public, I think thank you for supporting SPL as a whole. Always coming down and supporting us no matter what. It only gives us players motivation to go the extra mile, be it in the local scenes or even in national games. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much, Del, as well as Amy. And once again, you can definitely, stay tuned to us because we're going to be having more episodes of SPL Social. Also, we'll be having another Get the Last Goal Scorer contest in another episode. For now, it's goodbye, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.